Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Lola Spencer, for those of you that don't know me, and I am so happy to have you guys here again today. Before I go in and start talking about today's subject, which is, as you can tell by the title on this video, money isn't everything, I do want to take the moment to speak a little bit about Nipsey Hussle. He is someone who I did not know personally. However, after his death, I went into the internet and I did some research, and I have been completely touched by his being, by his existence. He is someone who is so young and has been unfortunately being taken from us. I say us because we are all one, and people like him definitely signify the oneness in everything that is everything in this world. And I mean, I don't have much to say because when things like this happen, it's like, what do you say? Because there are so many people hurting right now over this, and like, words are not going to be enough, you know? I want to take the moment to send my condolences out to his wife, his children, his family, his friends, his community, and to all of those who loved him and love him dearly, and that, just like me, just found out about him and have been touched by his death, because that was tragic and nobody deserves that. Nobody. So with that being said, I would like to now proceed into today's subject, which is money isn't everything. So I want to talk a little bit about money, my experience with people who have money, my perception of money, and without further ado, I just want to start, just going for it. So basically, I have had many experiences with people who are financially wealthy, and out of all the people that I've met that are financially wealthy, I've met a lot of good people, a lot of great people who have money. Like, I've also met a lot of people that have money that are not so great. So obviously I want to kind of go for a little bit more the people that have money and are not necessarily doing the right things with their money or perceiving money in a good way. So as a woman, I've had, specifically many experiences with men in which, they have money, and, it's been gatherings, it's been dinners, it's been just, meeting people out of the blue. And after encountering these people and, spending time with them, I have came to realize that, a lot of these men that I've spent time with have gotten the wrong impression. They have felt under the impression that, like, I want their money or something because they think they can buy me with their money, or like their money is alluring to me. And that's not the case, because the way that I look at money is just like a bridge. It's something that allows you to exchange for something. Like, let's say if I want a pair of sneakers, I'm going to use money to get those pair of sneakers. Or if I need clothes, I'm going to use money to clothe myself, because that's the exchange. So that's what I mean. However, money is not powerful enough to fill up your voids. It's not powerful enough to buy you health. You can probably buy an organ, or, help somebody financially if they're going through a critical health situation. But if the health issue that person is going through is critical and it has no fixture, money cannot fix that. So on and so forth. And yeah, most importantly, not to sound cliche, but money cannot buy you happiness. And it just really can't. So from a very young age, I was blessed to have experienced the Dominican Republic. My mother sent me out there when I was really young to live with my grandmother. Woo. And by far, that has been one of the most wonderful experiences that I've had in my life, to experience the Dominican Republic. And the reason why I say that is because at such a young age, I was able to see things through a different eye, through a different glass. It has influenced my perspective and perception as a human being, as the person that I am today. So, what about Dominican Republic? So when I was out there, and I was like going out there for vacation, and I did live there at one point for 3 years straight. My grandmother had a lot of money. However, a lot of people that lived around her didn't have money. But that didn't matter, because my grandmother was so nice to let me play with the kids that lived nearby for as long as I was playing within her premises, within her land. And it was a very fruitful kind of space. My grandmother had everything. She was into agriculture. So she had like everything trees, like coconut trees, passion fruit trees, avocado trees, everything trees. She had a whole farm. But to go straight to the point, when I would play with these children, I was so happy and so free. And we would use our imagination. Like, we would play with dirt. We would wet the dirt and turn it into mud. And we would grab and recycle like the plastic containers that were left out and about, around the land. We would pick them up. We would create things from scratch and use our imagination and build homes and anything that we can think of, kitchens. And we would get so dirty. And that was joy, pure joy. That was happiness for me. That was everything to me. Obviously, I was so young. I didn't know. I wasn't thinking too much into anything because I was just being a kid. So I was living my best life. However, now that I'm older, come to realize that that was the most significant time of my life. Because of that experience, those experiences that I shared with my grandmother, through my grandmother in the Dominican Republic growing up, I feel like I get to see things for the way in which I see them. Prospectively, I feel so grateful for just anything. Like, I've been through so much, and I feel so grateful with who I am and where I am in life, simply because of the way in which I've perceived things in my upbringing. So money isn't everything. If you're trying to be fulfilled, or you're trying to feel fulfillment in your life, money is not going to give you that. Money can help you get from point A to point Z, but you can travel almost to any place in the world, and if you're feeling empty or you're just feeling like hollow, money's not going to give you that. When you get to experience people and be open, you're more free. As you get to know yourself more, as you get to love yourself more, as you get to understand yourself more, you're going to start to realize, if you don't already realize, that happiness and joy and fulfillment are in the simple things, in the small things. Not to sound cliche, but really, it is. Because life is lived in moments. When you break down life and the journey and our path, it's broken down into moments. So in those little moments, it's like, how grateful are you? How happy are you for where you are, what you have, and for who you are? It comes down to that. It comes down to that all over again. So I want to share a quick story that my mother basically shared with me this week. She went to her allergy doctor, and apparently he was somebody who was very obese before. I never knew the guy, but my mom is telling me how he lost a lot of weight, like about 100 pounds. And she was shocked, hey doc, what is it that you're doing? Because I want to lose some weight. I want to lose weight, 30 pounds. And he goes you don't want to lose weight like this. And she's like, of course, like, just tell me the diet. Like, what is it? So when he's like done with her, after she's done telling him like all of her worries and concerns about her allergies and whatnot, she asked him one more time, like, hey, doc, what did you do to obtain this weight loss? And he says to her that he has this disease, and basically his body is starting to reject the medication that he's intaking. So he had to undergo a gastro, I forget the name, but it's that surgery where they have to cut your stomach in half, or cut a chunk of your stomach. So he said that they had to do that, perform that surgery on him, but he still has to go to work because unfortunately he has a private office and he has to pay those bills. So nobody can do his job for him. He has to get up and he has to work. And guys, that's a great example, you know, when you realize that money isn't everything. Because at this point, money can possibly, you know, pay for his bills, but he's overstressed, he's overworked. He needs to rest, he needs to heal, you know, realistically speaking. But money, you know, money cannot buy health. Money cannot buy you back a loved one once they pass away. There are so many scenes and scenarios, you know, where people lose material things that they thought was above everything else until they lose somebody. And then they realize, like, oh my God, I would give everything that I have to get that back, to get that person back, or that moment back. And oh my God, I get chills. So those are the things that basically money cannot buy. And the reason why I was inspired to make this video is because I've been through so many experiences in my life where I've came to realize that so many people have the perception of money all mixed up. And your value, your self-worth, love, and all of the above are not in the same playing field as money. Money is just money. That, you know, it's important because it helps us, you know, like I said, exchange and do things that we want. Or, for example, if you're doing great things with money, once you get money, because you know yourself enough now, and now you want to do some great things and give back and, you know, create, you know, waves on how to make this world a better place, then yeah, by all means. However, you know, if you're watching this video and this is something that you can relate to or with, or if you're someone who has a lot of money and you've been on this side of the spectrum and you're watching this video, it's okay. And I hope that you realize that, you know, now that you know that money isn't everything, now maybe, you know, think about what you can do with your money that is going to be impactful and is going to be, you know, a healthy way, a significant way to spend that money. So thank you guys for watching. This video was short, is something that has been in the back of my head. It was very freestyle. I just wanted to go with the flow because I can talk about this for days, but I don't want to bore you guys too much either. So with that being said, if this is something that interested you or that, you know, hit home for you, feel free to comment below and I will respond and we can, you know, chat it up a little bit further on the comments. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to, subscribe so that you can receive a notification when I post a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you guys have a wonderful day and enjoy the rest of this night. Thank you guys and have a beautiful, beautiful night. Mwah.